Hey, what's happening, you guys? This is Coach Joel, and this is your weekly check-in. We're going to be talking about food this week, and we're going to be talking about a particular macronutrient. That macronutrient is going to be carbs. Yeah, carbs. They're essential to life. Why are they essential to life? Because when we ingest carbs, they become glucose in our body. You know what your brain needs to be able to function throughout the day? Yeah, it needs glucose. So does your liver and your intestines and your muscles. We need glucose, and that's super, super important. Yet, here's the thing. Our body can actually create glucose without carbs. Keep that in mind. This is one of the things that we drive home at the Proclivity method, or with the Proclivity method, is metabolic flexibility. Your body has the ability to either burn carbohydrates or fats. If we feed ourselves carbohydrates all the time, we stay in an anabolic phase, which means from the time you eat to about 4 hours, we're only going to be working with the food that has been given, the glucose that's there. And then it'll start turning over and start using the other fuel source, fat. Yet we tend to eat every 2 to 4 hours. So then we stay in this anabolic phase and we're constantly looking for glucose, and we don't really know how to use our body fat as fuel. And so is carbohydrates bad? No, carbohydrates are not bad. Of course they're not bad. Yet in our industrialized society, it is extremely refined. Carbohydrates are extremely refined. And this is what causes a lot of the GI issues, bloating, indigestion, heartburn, is this highly processed food. This is also a reason why so many people are obese. 42% of Americans are obese. It's the highest number we've ever been at. Ever. And there's a reason. We got put into this thought process back in the early 90s about carbohydrates. That's the base of the pyramid. We need carbohydrates. On the food pyramid, it literally said cereal as a carbohydrate, as a healthy carbohydrate. And we've now learned that that is not the case. Yet it has left a wake of destruction with a lot of us, where we think that fats are bad, and that we just need to manage the amount of carbohydrates we have. That's not necessarily the case. So we just got done doing a podcast, Emily and I, talking about carbohydrates and talking about when should you use them, why should we use them, and how much do we really need of carbohydrates. It is a great listen if you're looking to lose body fat and become more metabolically flexible. This is the podcast to listen to. In the meantime, this is what I want you to focus on. What I want you to focus on is eliminating processed foods for 1 week. 1 week. You can have whole foods. You can have fruit. You can have vegetables. You can have starches such as potatoes, sweet potatoes. See what your current intake is. Look in your cupboard and it's going to tell you. If you have a ton of stuff in your cupboard, that's telling you that you're pretty much stuck in what we've gotten ourselves into, which is this highly processed, high carbohydrate diet that we see quite often. Clear out that. There's another challenge for the week. Clear out your cupboards. There should be very little processed things in your cupboards, and your fridge should be full. So, that's it for this week. That's your challenge. Also, take a listen to the Proclivity Podcast. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. We give great information. There's a wealth of information that's on there currently right now. If you have any questions, you need anything, feel free to reach out to us at any point. If not, have a fantastic week. It's going to be a good one.